Shalom, it's Sophie. Hey guys, welcome back. This is gonna be your Pisces weekly, your Sinner Next 7. Okay, so we're gonna check in with your emotional, spiritual, and mental wellness. Okay, and then we're gonna clarify with this deck, and then we're gonna also clarify your tea leaf readings, which will give us overall, healing thing with this, and then we're gonna tap into your strength, weakness, and advice. Okay, did that under 25 seconds. That's right. If you're new to my channel, make sure you thumbs up if this video resonates, of course. And then what was I about to say? Ghostbusters. No, make sure you subscribe. We're trying to reach our subscriber goal in a short amount of time. Make sure you share as well. Okay, let me go ahead and do a little shuffle on camera with you guys. Okay, so we're gonna tap in. We're gonna tap in. We're gonna excuse me. All right, so here we go, Pisces. We have scissors for your emotional, okay? And that says disappointment in some affair, okay? So some affair is, beautifully decorated, but also cuts, okay? So it's beautifully decorated, but it also cuts. Probably easily cut, okay? Pisces, also on your spiritual section, there's dissatisfaction with life, okay? So I feel like there's a path that you were taking that was taking you the wrong way, and you had to have that kind of be cut to stop and observe the blood and say, oh my god, this is my fingers, you know what I'm saying? Like, once that energy is being put out, you have to kind of take responsibility for it, okay? Especially with the dissatisfaction and the disappointment. They always say stay away from people that are disappointed, lonely, and miserable, okay? Because that energy will rub off because it's contagious. It's very easy to go down than it is to go up, okay? So make sure, you are in a space where not only that, I know you care about others, but you have to be able to build others, okay? And being able to build others means building yourself, okay? And I said that because in the physical space, we have hands, so that, indicated that you may have cut your hand recently, et cetera, et cetera. So it's also in need of help, assistance, or guidance, okay? So if you need help, you also have to be of help, okay? And sometimes it is a necessary step for you to be, I guess, emotionally aware of what is disappointing you. Also being able to know where in your life you are particularly dissatisfied. A lot of people say, oh, it's everywhere, but then won't write down their gratitude list. Do you understand? And a lot say, oh, I need help, but won't give a help when they have the upper hand. Do you understand? So that's that energy that I feel like is necessary for you to embody for others to really take, not really you seriously, but also others to take you as a person who's well managed, you understand? An arrogant, boastful person you should not cross, okay? So that isn't a mental. Sometimes you feel like, you have always the upper hand, so you never really see where you're dissatisfied because you don't realize that you're going somewhere, basically going nowhere fast. Do you understand? Going nowhere fast for no reason. Do you understand? For no reason is there, just tapping into Pisces. For no reason is there for you to believe that on a, more interesting level that you have the advantage at every point. I always say this to people, and I even say this in my times of when I'm not on the wheel of fortune. Do you understand? Or when I'm, because I feel like I've been in a 5-year rut where I'm like, oh my gosh, why does everybody get to be better than me, if that makes sense? And not in a material aspect, and maybe in some points in material aspect, but in the sense where they get to maintain a certain level of stability that I did not get to, okay? And I feel like these readings are getting very personal because I feel like whatever, I'm just able to, channel that way when I'm able to, relate, okay? And also, again, this card being here is open my heart, okay? This is just for me. My other card earlier was to wisdom, inner wisdom, okay? But being able to say, I was like, why did everybody get to kind of SHIT on me, in a sense where it's like they can remind me that I'm vulnerable. They can remind me that I am, obviously not in a space of satisfaction. And in that cruel way, I'm like, wow, I'm not the person you want to cross because, when I get up, you have to think about how I know, for one, how to be humble, but for two, I know how to be in a state of not really stagnation, but in a state of stagnation where you never really know underneath, and what was even in that cup. Do you understand? That cup that I was holding to myself for dear life so I can maintain some type of sense of integrity was you know what I mean, me being protected and a sense of divinity. Okay, so that in that same space, even though you were going somewhere fast, no one was looking at you saying, hey, you might be going the wrong way, or you going fast. You know what I'm saying? You may trip. Watch out for that cup. Watch out for this. Nobody was giving you those pointers because they were enjoying you going nowhere fast, or they were enjoying you being in a state where they had the most, you know what I mean, stability, air quote. But half of the time, that's, you know what I mean, they just honing the energy of your disappointments. Okay, all right, so we got a lot of hearts here and communication. So for the Seven of Swords, and also this Ace of Swords, this Ace of Clubs was at the bottom of the deck, so that clarifies like there was an emotional this from that. Okay, so we got 2 sevens. Okay, so that's a perfect harmony. Okay, most of the times when you think you're going the wrong way, you're just really looking at the way you're going the wrong way. Okay, so then we got the 6 of Hearts, the number 3. So the house denotes success in all ventures. Okay, so again, there's going to be success there. There's going to be a magnitude of, you know, a shift that is, you know, happening, but you have to see yourself in the shift for it to appreciate the, I guess, the climb. Okay, be a part of the shift. That way you can, you know what I mean, highlight the shift during your journey. It's like me, I wouldn't be able to tell y'all, you know, y'all, I'm into my luxury loft apartment, y'all. I'm still on this path. Okay. I'm just being 100. I can't, you know, because I haven't found that solitude where I'm like, yes, you know what I mean? I'm consistently in a solid space, you know? That's just me, okay? That's just me. All right, so then we got the 6 of Hearts. That also is, again, that emotional contract, but also that strength contract, okay? So have strength to be in that, fulfill that contract that you have with, you know, getting things done on this earth. We all come here and sign up for the lessons and things that we want to learn. And sometimes that, you know, that humility or even humiliation is an important factor of your, you know, your character strength and also your spiritual strength, okay? But anyway, yeah, so the house denotes the success in all ventures, okay? So even think about the present condition of your home now, okay? If it's an unpleasant, the future will be happy and prosperous, okay? And this also predicts marriage, okay? That's also a spiritual contract, okay? And then we have the number 20, which is the 7 of Clubs. So the lilies foretell or forecast a happy life, but family sorrow if surrounded by clouds. Line above the person signifies virtuous life, but when under indicates immortality, okay? So again, you will survive this because you're immortal. All those immortals. Okay, so then we got the 7 of Hearts, which is the number 21. Okay, so you guys can go back to, you know, that's the time that I go back to when I decided to go a different way, and I thought I was going the wrong way, but I had to get back on the path to go the right way because I was just thinking about that. Ugh. All right, so anyway, the stork denotes change of residence for the better, sooner or later according to the distance from which it lies from the person. Wait a minute, y'all, didn't I just say I need my luxury? What? Didn't I just say I need my luxury apartment? I didn't even read it, but I needed that. I didn't even read it, but I needed that. I really, 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 really needed that. Like, wow. I really needed that. Like, I really needed that. I really, really, really needed that. Because, for one, I just gave y'all my life story a little bit. But also just because I know I'm, like, in the vibration of marriage. But that's also you guys' reflection as well. And then you also know, you know, that happy life, okay? So that dissatisfaction that you feel is literally just the culmination of you getting out bad feelings about you on your path that you're supposed to be going to, okay? So sometimes where you think, because you can't see it, which no one should be able to see all of the future unless you're a psychic like me. But Matt, you know what? Half the time, a lot of my predictions are 5. I just realized like I was pinpointing how far out I can predict, but also, well, I am the future card because I'm Aquarius. But I was, you know, depicting out how far out I can predict, but also how far back I can remember. Do you understand? So, like, how far back I can remember my predictions. Like, man. Okay, so palmistry is a form of hand telling, okay? So maybe go see a palmist or maybe just do some personal research, okay? You guys are very deep into spirituality, so I feel like there's going to need to be a deep or a deepening of your spiritual surroundings, okay? All right. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to clarify. Okay. So we got the Scissors, the King of Wands. Okay, so this disappointment can come from a masculine figure that usually is you know what I mean. He may have, you know what I mean. You could have had some satisfaction with a man who was not sexually pleased, honey. Okay, he may have got the wand, but he ain't got the tools to use the wand, girl. Ooh, who telling me your business? Cause I don't be want to know, but tell me more. Yeah, girl. I'm trying. I hate to say it. All right, so this is the upright. So, so he maintains his crown. Okay, so emotionally maintain that emotional energy, but also remember who you are getting your emotional energy to and from. Okay. So he connects with the symbol of the lion, which is emblazoned on the back of his throne. Okay, so it is a dark man. Okay, friendly countryman, but also generously married, honest and conscientious. One of my favorite words is conscientious. Oh, he's married, so you may be dissatisfied with someone who has Okay, I don't know if I want to read into that one. Sorry, y'all. Book a reading if it resonated. All right, so we got the Fool right here in the cup. All right, so yeah, most of the time, 11/11 just passed. So most of the time when you're on a path and it's new, and that's exactly the story I was resonating, the personal story I was giving you all about that. Is like when I began and I took that turn at 21, I was like, I want to go forward and I want to go fast. And it was like, okay, well, go fast. But you're going to feel a lot of emotions and it's going to hurt. And then the emotion that you feel is going to work, okay? The emotions that you're going to feel is going to work. They're going to work in your favor, okay? They're going to work in the way that you master them, okay? And even the King of Wands, he's a master in his phallic. He's a master in his generosity, okay? Meaning he knows when to give, when not to give, etc. to give, how to give, etc., okay? So because you have that you're on that foolish journey, it's new. Of course you're going to feel dissatisfied because it's going to be the ups and downs, the highs, the lows, the ins, the outs, the shadow work, the you know what I mean, the shadow emotions, your ancestors' trauma, your trauma. You're going to have to go into that. And one of the words that I wanted to talk about was childhood psychic recollection, okay, or psychic recognition, okay? That's not the word. Basically, I wanted to remember how I wanted, like, you know, in a sense, it's like how far back in your memory can you remember as a child about the things that you manifested. Do you understand? And then how they come to pass, okay? So then we have the Four Swords, okay, with the hand. That's also deep meditation and also getting a little bit of guidance, again, with that help, that spiritual guidance. So this is actually a reading. I'm just going to promo this whole time. If you like a personal reading, Pisces, make sure you check the description box below, okay? I might put in, if you want to go on Twitter, I have a flyer for different prices, okay, ranging from $15 to $90. But if you want a video reading where we talk, then go on to the video readings available that I have is a link, okay? Because it says you need help and assistance. So do not have a problem building a relationship emotionally with your reader, okay? And you know, again, pay that. It's like paying for the tools specifically for your spiritual work, okay? And a lot of times people be like, oh, I'm gonna skip that step. It's like, no. If I didn't get a reading so 21, I got a reading at 23 or 22. I got a reading done like face to face with somebody a year after I started my spiritual journey. I mean, I was lost in that part, but then he literally reaffirmed to me the job that I was going to get. He reaffirmed me a relationship I was going to get, which again advanced my spiritual growth even higher. And I mean, so I took that approach. I was like, okay, I did it the first year by myself. I was like, but I need that. His messages are still coming to pass to me, you know? Like I was thinking about it the other day, actually this morning. I was like, I should go get a reading, you know? And I remember I told him don't use cards with me, but who'd have thought that, you know, me avoiding using cards would have brought me to my own decks. Do you understand? So, and he didn't mention that, but he knew that I was very spiritually inclined. He was like, oh, very, you know, et cetera. So he affirmed those things that brought me to the path that I need. And now 26, I do the same work. You understand? So we got the sun, the natural talents. I was drawn to the person who displayed and, you know, recognizes my natural talents, if that makes sense. Okay. So then this boastful, arrogant person, you need to have you need to have patience with them on a temperate level, okay? Being temperate in your dissatisfaction, okay? Being, like I said, writing that list of gratitude, really. Every time you're dissatisfied with something, I'm thankful for. Or, I have little reminders on my, phone that comes up, that pops up throughout the whole day. They remind me of things that I know that I'm spiritually maybe still weak at, or maybe just need an affirmation of, That's just my business, yo. Okay, so just keep that in mind. We got the Ace of Swords. Keep that in. We got 2 aces coming up. So just keep that in mind when you are, trying to do the work. It's okay to pay for that assistance. And it's like, if you don't need it, you don't need it. If you do, then, say, okay, then I volunteer myself to you. I volunteer that receiving, okay? So is receiving. Queen of Wands. All right, so we got 2 reciprocal energies. So we got we got a queen and a king. So that is masculine and feminine, being divine and being guided, okay? And we got the Emperor, okay? So again, either doing the work or not doing the work, okay? So again, this relationship that you could be seeking or are already in is more of a phallic and material-based and action-based relationship, okay? So meaning things get done based on how you do them. There is no leader in the relationship there's no leader in the marriage, or there's no leader in the partnership, in a sense that both are just fulfilling the same thing, filling the thing that they need to fulfill as they go along that path, okay? And sometimes this phallic person is just a spiritual person, okay? To help, like, again, because we got the Emperor in reverse, and then we got the Empress, okay? Because this man is not in a state, Pisces. You may not be in a state of actually seeking the Emperor. You could just be seeking a sexual partner, someone who to fulfill the voids that you are feeling, okay? And then this Empress is like, that Empress energy is waiting for you to embody it, okay? And this is your card. So it's waiting for you to embody your higher self, embody what you want to receive, embody actually, and I'm saying embody so much because it's about the physical body, okay? That you must have patience with. Again, sometimes, as my physical body and my spiritual strength has not caught up to the time that I'm in, or the time that I am seeking to be in, okay? Whatever that state of tranquility is. Just because I get, of course, we affirm in my luxury apartment, just because, not my luxury loft, just because we are affirming that does not mean that, we are affirming that, but do you understand? Like, I'm trying to say that my physical body has to catch up to me actually living in that state. So that means magnifying my, because the Empress is here, being in the state of receiving that. And this message just helped me know that I'm receiving that, because I was patient first and foremost, but I had to train my mind. I still had to complete other jobs and other stations, okay? I may not have the time to actually really nurture the space that I was manifesting, okay? So even people who dream of, go into deep hermit mode for their, their dream mansion or their dream home, they have to manifest and nurture that space that they're in, okay? To even, move on to another project, or move on to something that was like, more longevity. Like, I spend this will be, if I get it this year, if I get my luxury loft this year, then that means I spent 5 years manifesting the loft that was going from here. First of all, the neighbors, okay? So the neighboring energy could not be right. A lot of people leave things because the neighboring energy is right. A lot of people leave the path because the path is too long, okay? The work is too hard, okay? And so we even have the Eight of Wands in reverse. Again, that means communicate. Okay, I'm communicating too long. That's what they're basically telling me. So it's time to go into hermit mode. If you guys do want a personal reading, I'll move into that, because it's just a weekly reading anyway. So it's no need to get deep into that. We got double temperance, and then we got a King of Wands twice. Okay, so that is a mature father, but it's also a father who's willing to take, responsibility for the leadership, okay, of what, of his children, of the things that he is manifesting. Everything that you are manifesting is a form of a baby, okay? So you have to take care of it, but you also have to have patience for what you're taking care of, okay? Okay? Bye, guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. I know I'm going to talk to some of y'all. I'm going to talk to some of y'all because some of y'all felt me, okay? Y'all felt me. And y'all want to talk to Danny, a.k.a. Capricorn. Bye, y'all.